The Queen heaped not only praise on Prince William and Prince Charles as she delivered a virtual speech to COP26 delegates after agreeing to 2 weeks of rest, but also blew a gasket at Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's private jet, amid a wider row about the firm's climate change impact. The Queen paid tribute to her heir Prince Charles and his son Prince William in an unusual nod to the 2 younger royals. Her Majesty gushed at the pair's hard work advocating for stronger action to protect the environment and tackle climate change. The Prince of Wales and the Duke of Cambridge will both be representing the matriarch of the royal family. This week also marks 26 Colombian Pesos, a climate change summit being held in Glasgow, where members of the royal family are to be in attendance and press the case for urgent action. While it was announced last week that the Queen will not be there, Prince Charles, 72, and his wife Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, 74, and the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, both 39, are still set to make an appearance and interact with the world leaders descending on the Scottish city. In her address to delegates to the COP26 summit currently taking place in Glasgow, Her Majesty said, "It is a source of great pride to me that the leading role my husband played in encouraging people to protect our fragile planet lives on through the work of our eldest son Charles and his eldest son William. I could not be more proud of them. Indeed, I have drawn great comfort and inspiration from the relentless enthusiasm of people of all ages, especially the young, in calling for everyone to play their part." Prince Charles and Prince William have both been very outspoken about their support for action aimed at reducing human impact on the environment. The Prince of Wales and the Duke of Cambridge have been keeping up with royal tradition with their work, as the late Prince Philip also was a committed defender of the environment and animal welfare, as shown by his efforts to establish the World Wildlife Fund. The Queen further cited her family as she concluded her speech, saying, "Of course, the benefits of such actions will not be there to enjoy for all of us here today, none of us will live forever. But we are doing this not for ourselves but for our children and our children's children, and those who will follow in their footsteps." Amid this wider row, Mr. Ship was then called out for the prevalent UK media coverage that discusses the use of private jets by Meghan Markle, 40, and Prince Harry, 37, with at Rian088 writing, "And Chris, I actually agree, but surely you can see the blatant hypocrisy that the Sussexes experienced by mainly UK reporters. Not one reporter calling out senior royals' usage of jets, not one. The billboards claim that the future leaders are hypocrites for their usages of helicopter flights, private jets, multiple huge homes and personal train while being so outspoken on the issue of climate change." However, the royal commentator hit back at the user to defend himself and the couple by writing, "Nor were Harry and Meghan criticized for taking private jets on official working business as I recall. Well, no one of sound judgment. So your point is a little lost on me." Prince Charles addressed world leaders at 26 Colombian Pesos, urging for immediate action as he called on global business leaders to use their full strength as it represented the only real prospect of fundamental change. With the Duchess of Cornwall sitting among the delegates, Charles said, "The scale and scope of the threat we face call for a global, systems-level solution, based on radically transforming our current fossil fuel-based economy to one that is genuinely renewable and sustainable. So ladies and gentlemen, my plea today is for countries to come together to create the environment that enables every sector of industry to take the action required. We know this will take trillions, not billions, of dollars. We also know that countries, many of whom are burdened by growing levels of debt, simply cannot afford to go green. Here we need a vast military-style campaign to marshal the strength of the global private sector. With trillions at its disposal, far beyond global GDP and, with the greatest respect, beyond even the governments of the world's leaders, it offers the only real prospect of achieving fundamental economic transition." And last month Prince William inaugurated the first Earthshot Prize Awards at Alexandra Palace in London to reward international campaigners for their work to help protect the planet. The Queen was caught beaming with pride in October as she discussed the Duke of Cambridge's work with the prize. During a visit to Cardiff, Senedd Presiding Officer Ellen Jones told Her Majesty, "It is a time for doing, and watching your grandson, William, on the television this morning saying there's no point going to space, we need to save the Earth.